Your continued support of the Coin Lady channel is much appreciated. For the time being, at least, the price of XRP is below 54 cents. This level served as support not long ago, but is now acting as resistance. Maybe it will soon break over this level. For the most part of the past week, the level has been stable. Nevertheless, this isn't exclusive to XRP. While it's true that some industries are doing better than others, the market overall is down. But overall, the sky is appearing really scarlet. In my opinion, the sales have been somewhat lackluster. Nevertheless, Bitcoin is now dominating the space. Whatever the case may be, I will only say that there have been a lot of things seeing major rises recently. Impressive, I must say. Listen, I know there's a lot of cynicism around XRP, but I also own several coins that were part of equally hostile communities and ultimately achieved great success. Despite initial skepticism, it came to pass. You must assume that XRP will follow the market if you do not expect a market crash. Everything else can remain where it is after that if that is indeed the case. Having said that, I think that's less likely. For instance, when I first bought VeChain a few months ago, its price has climbed by more than 100%. In contrast, HBAR has exploded in recent months, growing by a factor of 2.5 or more. The flare-up is 5 times as intense as it was on October 19th. I withheld 3 of these perfectly good coins, because someone was shouting that they are dead and won't even move. Ripple doesn't help much either. Because of this, I still think XRP's price will go up a lot. Specifically, I continue to have faith in the new XRP anytime I am able to enter a price discovery. We don't get to choose the exact time that happens, which is rather frustrating. Give me a moment to fill you in on where the markets are right now. I want to be clear that I am not a financial advisor and that I have no background in the field. What I say shouldn't even be considered as a basis for a sale or buy, am I right? For fun, I like to make videos about cryptocurrencies and upload them to YouTube. All I am is an admirer. On top of that, just for fun, my head cryptocurrency was just demonetized, by the way. If everyone started complaining about tokenomics, it would be just another indication of how bad things are. Due to the horrible tokenomics of coins 3 and 4, XRP included, everyone should just hang on to this one. Do you know what the term tokenomics means? I wonder whether there are people out there who simply fail to get it. However, that term is often bandied about. The idea is not that tokenomics don't matter, that has already been stated. On the other hand, demand is more important, and when markets are bullish, demand is high, suggesting that capital may enter at a faster rate. Filecoin, on the other hand, is one of several whose value has surged by over 100% in the last 3 months. It is not true that these coins have all perished, despite popular belief. For crypto-related anxiety and greed, you get a 72 out of 100. The outcome is succumbing to extreme greed. Right now, all we're doing is being greedy. In addition, I felt compelled to forward this Zero Hedge article that I found both interesting and, dare I say it, frightening. Because, I suppose, everyone here is aware by now that, cryptocurrency is thought of as being riskier than stocks. Consequently, it should come as no surprise that when we see large price swings in one asset class, we often see corresponding moves in other asset classes. Consequently, Bitcoin values would likely decline in tandem with stock market crashes. Consequently, this is really worrisome, yet they communicated via Zero Hedge, rising S&P 500 2.1% in the last 60 years. Thursdays when less than 60% of NYSE equities rose have happened just 3 times. Until the year 2020, it appears as though you believe things will only get worse from here on out. Major oh no. It was unlike anything else. Oh, look at there. Right there. It can't possibly be another one of those years, can it? Number 87, the pandemic that hit the world in 2010 and 2011. I suppose the only thing to do is wait for anything to happen. The future is totally up in the air, though. Regardless, the consensus among analysts is that 2024 will see further price increases in the stock and cryptocurrency markets. Rakesh Gupta, Cointelegraph, shares this opinion as well. In this role, he analyses charts. If Bitcoin meets stiff resistance near $52,000, a short-term fall is more likely. According to a number of sources, including a BitMEX analysis, the spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds experienced a net outflow of about $36 million on February 21 as a result of the sideways activity. However, over $251 million came into the ETFs once the bleeding halted on February 22. Notable trader and analyst Rect Capital drew parallels between the current Bitcoin bull run and the bull runs of 2016 and 2020, predicting a market drop prior to the April halving. Historical evidence suggests that there may be both a pre- and post-halving retrace and reaccumulation period. While Bitcoin has been hesitant to continue its ascent, some alternative cryptocurrencies have started to register profits. The markets benefit in the long run from corrective phases because they clear the air over weekends and allow stronger hands to add at lower levels. That is, in my opinion, an additional critical aspect. For the obvious reason that as prices drop, buyers' emotions tend to become numb or scared. There haven't been any major drawdowns recently, other from the sell the news incident with the Bitcoin ETF. Compared to what? 18% to 20%? Is that about right? The same old thing. We have seen considerably worse in the Bitcoin market, followed by even more remarkable market rises. Is it possible that things could decrease slightly? On a more immediate basis? That much is certain. I think it goes without saying that XRP, like all altcoins, will suffer if that happens. I want to emphasize that this is not a disaster. On top of that, you may view Reliable Crypto's remarks on the subject over here. Why? His post from about a month ago totally disregarded it. I will not read the one from January 25 because time is of the importance. However, today afternoon, the individual who noticed that quote may bring up those local highs again in quotation, and here is what he said. You can see an Ethereum price chart on this page. It is presently trying to break through the previously reported local highs. Like I said before, this was always a fair level to retest on a dead cat bounce. Our Bitcoin price chart's inverted phase is, in my opinion, drawing to a finish. Digital currency, there will be a breakout soon after the market has been trapped in a narrow consolidation zone for 10 days. Regardless of the direction of the break, a breach of this range is expected to result in increased volatility on Bitcoin and underperformance on most altcoins, including ETH. Also, he didn't say anything about XRP specifically, but that would include X also. The people in our town will once again scream bloody murder if it dips low enough, even if it's just the market moving in tandem. However, that is the reality. While Bitcoin surges to new heights, he claims that altcoins frequently outperform it when it ranges and consolidates, but that Bitcoin underperforms in shorter time periods. So, he's basically saying that we could see Bitcoin, hold on a second. But that won't matter, in his opinion. Have a look at his bearings. Ultimately, it won't matter how long it takes, 3 months or 912 months, we will have achieved a new peak. Nevertheless, a great number of people will be screaming out in pain. According to chart expert Matthew Highlander's research, Bitcoin might potentially create bearish divergence at this point. Even more importantly, we have about $49,000, but we won't find out until Sunday night. It seems like I did a lot of checking. I keep tabs on a lot of analysts. Including the opinions of every analyst I follow in every video would be too much, take up too much space, and include too many unsolicited sales pitches. Considering there doesn't seem to be any strong exactly what is going to happen next is anybody's guess at this point. The market reacts in response to even the slightest suspicion that Bitcoin's value is about to plummet. Pretty soon, something will happen. Furthermore, the renowned European specialist Kevin Svensson is the author of this paper. Due to the current huge demand for Bitcoin, I can achieve a price below $50,000. Sure thing, I get it. Regardless of the lack of fluctuation, the market obviously views $50,000 as a good value at the moment. Despite my lack of knowledge of the long-term durability of this, I believe it is realistic to anticipate a price decline into the $40s followed by a resurgence, presuming that this is indeed the intended trajectory. The price is $50,770 right now. Additionally, there's this, which is an inspiring post. A witness to the events, Crypto of Amsterdam is one of the authors of You Survived and What You Survived, who detailed them. The worst appears to have passed, so I thought I'd remind you in a kind way. Hopefully, we are probably past the worst of it now. I really hope that wasn't famous last remarks, but I have my doubts. We are pleased to see that XRP has reached the level of regulatory clarity we had hoped for. I have the perfect solution to ensure that the stock market continues to rise. At the same time, Madison is going to temporarily disrupt the Bitcoin industry, which could or may not take place. Because of this, I am more bullish than ever before on XRP, my biggest cryptocurrency holding. As far as he is concerned, we made it. This is a reasonable argument, in my opinion. As a result of events such as Nance vs SEC, the collapse of FTX, the lunar crash, 3 explosions at the AC3 US Capitol, and 700 days of decline and chop, the price of Bitcoin dropped from $68,000 to $15,000. This fan might be perfect for you. There are numerous cases like SEC Ripple. Those catastrophes didn't even begin to cover all that happened, especially in 2022. The current status of the altcoin market, as seen on the left side of the screen, is much lower than the high we observed in 2021. He is using this to support his point. On the left side of the chart, you can see the skyrocketing prices of 2017 and 2018. On the right side, you can see the altcoin market of 2021. Contrary to appearances, 2021 had a far greater cash budget. This is the kind of future we can look forward to. As before, I always confess that no one knows for sure, at least, I hope that's what I'm getting at. Nevertheless, let's take a look at where we are now. Even more yet to be revealed. As a result, I will simply state that the market is reversing its recent gains. My intention is not to instill fear in anyone. My only point is that you must acknowledge the truth. Being a crypto investor right now, though, is a thrilling experience. Furthermore, a chart analyst delving into cryptocurrency mentions XRP in this piece, noting that XRP is functioning on an inverted basis daily. Head and Shoulders 21-day moving average. Here is what he shared earlier today. We will provide you with updates on XRP as they become available. Assuming everything is as it seems, that is his most recent update, along with inverse Head and Shoulders. Personally, I see that as a highly bullish sign. That is why we are interested in seeing it. Furthermore, I was also moved to mention this. This is really intriguing to me. You were the talk of the town today. Many people are perplexed by the acquisition of giant bitcoins. The article doesn't have to be read by me. I couldn't help but add that X, a very regarded chart analyst on that platform, was mentioned in this Invest Responses thread. He signed 1.3 billion Bitcoin and 26,200 Bitcoin, worth $51,000. Looks like a bullish case, perhaps Zuck, Jeff Bezos, or some other rich individual is involved. I should clarify that this is not an ETF wallet. Assuming that is so, I have no idea. I will be happy to provide an update whenever I find out more about that. But this enthralled me, and it did the same for a lot of crypto media. We brought it up because it's out of the ordinary and has gone viral on social media. The way that somebody is really sure is entrancing. Furthermore, when you have a lot of cash, you will not be as liable to act like a numbskull while purchasing garments. So clearly, anything that did this is profoundly sure that Bitcoin's worth will keep on climbing. On the off chance that that is the situation, XRP and the wide range of various altcoins will back up the driver. Assuming that truly does, as a matter of fact, occur, we will have a totally astonishing time. Thus, we'll all figure out eventually, yet I should tell that I am extraordinarily hopeful. That is not my set of working responsibilities. Let nothing I say impact your buying or selling choices. That is where the video cuts off. Help me out and buy into my channel. Farewell for the time being.